Hi, I'm going to make a video on a topic for which I have never made a video about before. And that topic is how to create a VXLAN EVPN fabric using Cisco's NXOS. But the real point that I want to make is just how easy that can be when you have the right tool. And that tool for me, and one of the highlights of these videos, is using Nexus Dashboard, or what we used to call Nexus Dashboard Fabric Controller, to handle all of this. So in my lab, I have the very simplest topology imaginable. I've got 4 nodes, got 2 spines, I've got 2 leaves, and I've already cabled them up into a proper leaf spine topology. Now, if you look at the lower right, you can see I've got another item. That's my Nexus Dashboard cluster. Now, these videos are not about how to install Nexus Dashboard. I've already done that. But how to use Nexus Dashboard to actually discover and configure my VXLAN EVPN fabrics. So there are a couple more steps that we need to address here. And the first is we need to connect all of the dedicated out-of-band management network connections of our leaves and spines into our out-of-band management network somehow. I want to point out that at this point, there is 0 configuration on my leaves and spines. These are factory fresh, completely wiped. There is 0 configuration, but I've written down some things like management IP that I will intend to use, once I discover this fabric and set it up. So now we've got that set up. Now the next question becomes, how do I connect my Nexus Dashboard into that management network so that I can actually use it to discover and configure this fabric going forward? If you've ever worked with Nexus Dashboard before, you know that it has 2 kinds of interfaces. The first interface is what we call the management interface, and you can see here that I've connected that management interface into a path through my gateway into be able to reach the out-of-band management interfaces of my leaves and spines. At this point, this is the bare minimum that we're going to need to achieve a VXLAN EVPN fabric. But there is another type of interface, and for the context of this video, it's going to be optional. But for sake of completeness, I wanted to show you that it does exist and how you might connect it. That second interface is called the data interface. Now, this is the interface for which we receive all the telemetry, the streaming information, the statistics, all of the stuff that Nexus Dashboard can also do that we categorize as day 2 operations. I'm not going to be using that in this video because I want to keep it simple, but in later videos, I'll show you how I'm doing that. And then one final point here is, this is my lab. This is not an example of highly available best practice designs. This is just for testing and proof of concept. If you should do this in production, of course, you'll follow the official deployment guide on cisco.com. But for now, in my lab, this is enough. I should make one point of clarity here in order for my statement to be true about that management interface. So if you go into Nexus Dashboard Admin, Systems Settings, and then the Fabric Management tab, you will see under the Advanced Settings admin area that the device management connectivity defaults to the data interface. You have the choice to change this to a management interface if you want, but it's not the default. So in my lab, effectively what I do have is I actually have a path through the data interface that can reach the out-of-band management network into my fabric. You should make the appropriate setting that works best for you, but I wanted to make sure that was clear. If we click back on Admin System Settings General tab and we scroll down, you'll see that there's a window that allows us to add routes. And you can see here that because I'm using the default data interface to kind of reach the management out of band, I also had to add network routes to make sure that my Nexus Dashboard does in fact follow that path. So again, you'll make the best decision for your environment, but I wanted to make sure that part was at least clear. There's also one other thing that we need to keep in mind is we need to write down and understand the serial numbers of all of our nodes. This is very important that we'll see a bit later when we do discovery. We need to be able to uniquely identify these things because, as I said, none of these devices has any configuration. So the only way we could really uniquely identify them is by serial number. So write those down ahead of time. So having said that, let's just quickly review all the things you kind of need to have ready before you start. Obviously, rack cable, power on all the switches, connect your out-of-band management ports, write those serial numbers down as I said, have some naming conventions, some IP addresses ready to go for those out-of-band management ports for when the time comes. That's IP address, mask default gateway. You might also want NTP and DNS as well, so have that ready to go. And then the most important thing is you need to have Nexus Dashboard already installed and running. Now, this could be physical or virtual. In my case, mine is already up and running, and I'm not going to show you how I installed that, but I'm assuming you already have this in place. Now, there's two different version trains, I guess you could say, that you might be running when you see this video. The first is the publicly available Nexus Dashboard 3.2 version, and we just released the 3.2.2 version in April of 2025, and you've got the NDFC service running. That will probably be the case for most of you, but as we go deeper into 2025, we're going to be releasing Nexus Dashboard 4.1 and beyond, and so you might have that version. The good news is there's really not a whole lot of difference in how we configure and discover this VXLAN fabric, so keep that in mind. And then finally, the point is optional, not required, but strongly suggested, I guess, to be helpful, is console connections to all of your devices so that you can see what's going on behind the scenes without any configuration and how NDFC does what it does. And I'll try to show a little bit of that in these videos going forward. One last note about my setup and the views that you'll see in these videos. I'm using what's called Nexus Dashboard 4.0 limited availability. Now you're probably wondering, what does that mean? It means that you probably will not be able to get a copy of this software to run yourself. It is not a version that is yet ready for production, but it will be the basis for what we see in ND 4.1. So I chose to use this version only because when 4.1 comes out, let's say at the end of summer timeframe 2025, the look and feel is going to be so close to 4.0 that I won't have to re-record this video. Now, if you're running an earlier version, the production-ready Nexus Dashboard 3.2.2, it might have a slightly different UI, a slightly different look and feel, but the important point here is all the concepts and the settings are there. They might be under a different window, or the way the UI is structured might be slightly different, but the fields are there. And I feel that it would be very easy for someone to see the 4.0 view and extrapolate that into how to do it in 3.2 without too much trouble. So if that's your case, I think you'll be able to figure it out. Okay, with all of that behind us, let's go on to the fun part. And in the next video, I'm actually going to show you live me discovering and building my VXLAN EVPN fabric from scratch and proving the point of just how easy it is when we do this with Nexus Dashboard.